My name is Fabio Pierella and I'm an associate professor at DTU, and I work with hydrodynamics and structural response of offshore and floating wind turbines. So what happens is that when you have large floating wind turbines, sometimes before deploying them into the sea, you want to test them experimentally in a wave tank. That means that you gotta get the large wind turbine and scale it down to a size that can fit into the tank. That is, of course, not an easy task, because we don't always only have to scale the dimension of the rotor, but we also have to scale the forces acting on the rotor, and that proves to be a very difficult task. There's not a simple solution to do it, there's not a single solution to do it. What we have done is to basically today we have presented the methodology on how to do it with our own recipe. And in general, the FloatLab project is exactly about this. So how do we speed up the deployment of floating offshore wind? What are the key innovations that we need to achieve? And in general, the FloatLab project will establish a twin physical and digital lab for testing these floating offshore wind turbines, so that ultimately we can reduce the time to market of new concepts. So what is important there to achieve is to calibrate our numerical models so that they are very representative of the real flows and real structural interactions that we observe. So the importance of these experiments is also to generate a certain data set that can be then used by the models to calibrate them and to make sure that they give the correct result.